Happy for our guys. Feel a win again. It's been too long since that feeling, but more important than that, the guys came out again, and we always talk about the process and who we are and how we're going to play, no matter who's on the court. And I thought again tonight, even though we did a lot of things out there that we could do better, we still fought and competed and defensively held them in, I think, 37%. Our priorities were transition, defense, taking care of the ball, and getting them off the three-point line. And we turned it over way too much. They shot a pretty good percentage from three, and transition we outscored them. But because of the way the guys were flying around and still competing, we were able to win the game.
Hey Luke, LeBron said in the walk-off something about just there's a certain way you got to honor the basketball gods, and you've been preaching that too of late. But how have you seen that through him and playing the minutes he's playing and still playing it that same way that he usually plays?
Well, I touched on it before the game. When you're a player that's as great as he is, and done the things he's done, you have a respect for the game of basketball, and I think that's why he plays. He does his best to play the right way, and that's making the right pass. That's trusting his teammates, doing all the things on the court, and not just being. He's one of the all-time great scorers, but he's a very unselfish player, and he's up there in assist and everything else too. So I think it's just the way that he views the game.
Even though there is not a ton at stake in the scheme of the season right now, how does it help to come through a game like this and come out with a win in such a tight situation for the guys that were out there?
Well, it's just nice to feel good. I mean, the guys work really hard. They do, and they've been working really hard on this last road trip. They've been working hard when we do bring them into practice. They're down in bodies, and we're on them all the time about playing to a certain standard, and that's physically and mentally tough this late into the season when you're out of the playoffs. So, it's nice to kind of get the benefit of feel the way you feel after a win.
Just getting back to the respect the game conversation with LeBron. Have you ever spoken to him about not just that part of it, but just kind of the role he plays for this franchise, for the league, and the maybe obligation that comes with suiting up to fulfill those roles?
I've talked to the team about it a lot, as far as it being an honor and a privilege to play in this league and work coach in this league for all of us. And this game of basketball has allowed us to have incredible opportunities in life. So that's been more of the message to the group. I've talked to Bron sporadically throughout the season, but he knows it, and I think he takes it very serious. He's been, he's the face of the NBA for however many years now, and he's aware of that, and I think he takes that responsibility. I think he takes it very seriously.
You guys have played pretty strong defense back here. You guys have played pretty strong defense for the last two games in a row after kind of slipping for a while there. What do you think has turned around for this team?
I think JaVale McGee's done a nice, really, really nice job of anchoring that. We were, when we were having success defensively earlier in the season, our centers were a big part of that. And then, obviously, Zoo's not with us anymore. Tyson got hurt. JaVale was kind of in and out of the rotation a little bit when he came back from that illness. But it just, I thought, showed, what he's capable of as far as just being that anchor defensively for the last two games. And I think he had 5 blocks tonight, but he changed probably at least 5, 6, 7 more shots as people came into the lane that he doesn't get credit for, but we get stops because of it.